was as I went from medical treatment facility to medical treatment, starting with Kandahar, Bagram, long through Germany on the Walter Reed. The path behind my journey, I started to get a little bit more emotional. Then other things started to come into factor. Job security, would I continue to serve? How healthy would I be? And even would I be able, would I keep my leg? I wasn't too sure. I wasn't confident at the time because of the amount of surgeries I was having. So now these are starting to manifest and grow in my mind, and I'm thinking about this several times a day. And as I'm thinking about this, it's starting to distract me from other things. Even when my wife was a non-medical assistant there with me at Walter Reed, I found myself at times being irritated that she was there. I just wanted to be left alone. And I knew right then and there that I was developing signs of depression and withdrawal and a lot of other things to go along with it. What really became hard for me to deal with is when individuals would come by, not just to check on me, how are you doing, but when they asked that one key question, what happened? Now I have to go back and relive the events, the explosions, the smoke, the fire, the carnage of combat. And I'm reliving this as I explain this to them, because sometimes I had to get graphic. I just couldn't say, hey, I was ambushed at such and such a location. I had to explain some of what happened and not just use acronyms and other things, so I really had to get detailed. But my first course of action was to, again, thinking that Smith can get through this in time, we heal our wounds. I can solve this myself. I don't really need anyone's help. It was a combination of I don't need anyone's help, and this is something that I know so I can deal with it and treat myself. Mistake number one. And one cannot fool themselves to think that, especially when the issue deals with the mind, to think that I can overcome this and do this myself. I mean, there's psychiatrists, you go and see other psychiatrists for the issues. So if I'm not a trained individual, but I can accept the truth from a professional. When a professional tells me, this is the plan of action, this is the way forward, and we're going to do things, not just someone in the barracks or someone sitting across the desk from me in the workplace saying, hey, it's going to be all right, just give it some time. That's not the answer. The more I thought about it and the way I thought about it at night, I found myself becoming so emotional that I would actually cry or ball up with my pillow. And even then, it gets emotional. But I told myself, I said, hey, you got to talk to somebody. And one of the reasons why I knew I needed help, I thought about those around me. After this went on for several nights, the next day, I said, I'm going to seek help. And that's when I reached out. Today. I wasn't worried about a stigma attached to it. I wasn't worried about if I was even going to continue to serve. I just wanted my mind to get right so I could continue to lead a normal life. And I used a cocktail, or what I call a cocktail of resources to assist me. Chaplains initially, behavioral health there at that location, and some of the other agencies that was there provided at Walter Reed. To my amazement, one of the things that really helped me the most was the more I talked about it. And so as time went on and I left Walter Reed initially, or eventually, and came back to Fort Campbell, continued on with my physical therapy and mental therapy as well. And I didn't conceal it that I was seeking this because I knew that I was dealing with things, the fidgetiness, irritable, PTSD, all that stuff that I was dealing with, But it's curable, and that's my message to anyone, that when you might not always know that you need help for one, but when the signs and symptoms are there and being detected by co-workers, friends, family, whoever, that hey, you may need some help. Just get it looked into, check it out. Do so. There's no weakness in saying you need help. I've always considered myself a mentally strong guy, and I am a mentally strong individual. And just because there's something that I deal with from time to time, because of something that happened to me at a certain point in my life, does not make me any less mentally strong than I was, years ago. You have to be educated in being able to identify the signs and the symptoms. You have to know the different agencies and resources out there available to you. Leaders have to know and understand, and it's a never-ending battle, but they can really win when they talk this with their soldiers. Assure them that, hey, I'm here for you to assist you and your family with these needs and concerns, but show some genuine concern that you really truly do care.
Depression is treatable, and it's a sign of strength to get screened and start getting the care you need.